and Miley Cyrus with Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. You're listening to the Morning Breakdown here on the Eagle 1575, and I'm here with some of our Red Cross volunteers and coordinators, and we're talking all about volcanoes this hour.
Good morning. So we were talking about in the last segment a little bit about the Ring of Fire, some of the hazards of a volcano. I just wanted to give a real-world example of some things that have happened here in Japan. In January
2018.
Of 2018, a Japanese soldier was actually killed and several other people were injured after an eruption near a popular ski resort northwest of Tokyo. Mm-hmm. So things can happen, and things happen now. In September of 2014, Japan actually suffered its deadliest eruption in almost 90 years on Mount Ontake. It's in central Nagano, which is not too far from here, and burst unexpectedly to life. An estimated 63 people were killed in the shock eruption, so that was an explosive eruption, which occurred as the peak was packed with hikers out to see the region's spectacular autumn colors. So it's something where people are attracted to mountains. They like to go up to the mountains. They like to go hike. And unfortunately, there's more hazards than just you're tripping and spraining an ankle. So, Bob, if you want to talk a little bit about what do we do to make sure that we're prepared, make sure that we're responding appropriately in case of a volcanic eruption.
Sure. Scientists do monitor volcanic activity or the potential for it, but it can come without warning or with very little warning. So you need to know whether or not there might be an evacuation order. If there is an order to evacuate, you need to move immediately out of the path of the potential volcanic activity, which means higher ground. Stay away from streams and rivers that could have lava flows or mud flows, and if at all possible, be upwind from the path that ash might take to stay away from that kind of a threat. If you're told to shelter in place, then such as in your home or some other building, you want to make sure that building is as airtight as possible so that ash does not enter the building and cause a threat. If you have to go outdoors, and if you're anywhere in an area there could be ash, you want to have a long sleeve shirt, long pants to keep ash off of your skin. One thing that we don't think about putting in our emergency kit sometimes is goggles and a dust mask, but that can help to keep ash out of your eyes and out of your lungs. Even if you don't have a dust mask, just a wet, damp cloth over your face and your mouth and your nose can prevent you from breathing in ash, which obviously can be threatening to you. So we go back to the basics. Your emergency kit should include things that can keep you safe if you have to evacuate or shelter in place if there's a volcano.
Okay. And one thing I think people don't think about is try and keep your engines and any machinery off because all that ash that's in the air is going to get sucked into the engine. So if you don't have to drive, if you don't have to run that machinery, don't. One thing I did want to bring up is I'm coming here as of August from Sicily. So we lived at the base of Mount Etna. It's the most active volcano in Europe. And it was really kind of cool. A couple times a year it erupted. So you'd be able to stand in your front yard and look at the explosions of lava on the side of the mountain. But one of something people would do is they would go lava chasing. So they'd say, oh, there's lava up there. And then they'd get in their cars and drive towards it, which I always thought was one of the basically stupidest things people have ever done. And people did get hurt. People would go up there, they'd go past the off-limit signs, they'd hike in just to get close, and not thinking about the fact that Mount Etna it's a volcano. It's not a friendly mountain. So all of that, if you can see that lava flow from the base of the mountain, then that explosion is solid 100 feet up in the air. And it's not just spitting up a polite stream of lava, it's spitting up molten rock, it's spitting up boulders and ash, and all of that has to come back down. Yeah. It's kind of like shooting a bullet up in the sky. It has to come down somewhere. So stay away, stay on the outside of any off-limits areas, read the signs, contact a meteorological agency that puts out any alerts, visit your visitor center at any mountain before you visit. one of the things people can do is contact Outdoor Rec. Find out in advance before they go hiking.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing to remember, besides seeing, ash or the fire from a volcano, is that the mud flows can be generated from that heat. And when those mud flows combine with the ash and water, it's almost like cement, but it moves very fast downhill. Mm-hmm. And if you're in the path of one of those mud flows, you need to get to high ground, get out of the way, because it can move very fast and almost without warning, like some of the other signs of volcanic activity.
Alrighty. Well, was there anything else we wanted to talk about? Or did you guys want to take a quick music break?
Oh, I would take a quick music break. People are tired of hearing from us.
Alrighty. We've got some Vance Joy heading your way. We do have a few more things to talk about before the end of our time together, so make sure you guys keep on rocking out with us here on the Eagle 1575.